Good morning, everyone. What? Another unplanned live? Well, yes, of course. Hopefully this one will go much better than my last ones. And I really need to set a timer. Let's see. It's 10 minutes to 7 my time. So I'm thinking 30, 45 minutes. But today I wanted to work on a journal. It's been a while. It's been since February because that's when I made this journal. And so it's time. I made this journal for myself. I made it because I was going to journal each day in February. And hey, Vicky. And I ended up putting in the first entry and I haven't put in anything since. So obviously it ended up not being my February journal as I had intended, but it's still really pretty and I want to make another one. It has, hi Noreen. Yeah, you're catching a live. I'm so happy. I don't know what time it is in South Africa, but I'm glad you're here. I love, for some reason, I really love like graph and ledger paper. So, my friend T at Not Afraid of Color has a digital kit. It's not brand new, but it's pretty new. And it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of like specimen cards in it. Like this is not it. This is a mixture of between her kit and another. But I had like went ahead and cut apart these things so they'd be ready for me to journal and I haven't. But another thing is that I had made extra pages more than I needed. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these extras. I'm going to leave this journal as is for now. So this one's one that's a work in progress. I did do the first page is for my father. He passed away on February 1st, 2022. Sorry, 2018. And so my first, because this was going to be my February journal, my first page was his. Wow, you really are on a different. So it's like 2 p.m. for you. That's really, yeah, totally different than us. I'm surprised you catch as much as you do, Noreen. So I had leftovers. I didn't need all of those pages that I had created. So let's see, I have 3 pages that are torn and ready to go. I have all these pages still yet that I can tear and add into my journal. Some didn't print great, but it's called a junk journal, right? Like this one, I don't know what happened there. And this one, but we're not going to worry about that. My neighbor really wants a flower journal. So I was thinking I could turn this one into a flower journal for her. I love these particular quotes. I just think they're wonderful. And so there's a couple of them in here. I like this one. Fall in love with the process. The results will come. Give yourself space to evolve. That's fun. But I really love my mission in life is to not merely to survive, but to thrive and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Maya Angelou, I just love her. So balance is not something you find, it's something you create. That's really what I've been working on this year for myself. And then these obviously are lovely. And then these strips, these are actually made to be like little matchbooks, but I'll probably just add them into my pages as decorations. So that's kind of what I have to work with. I did grab a paper pad. I grabbed this English Garden. It's a beautiful DCWV, and I thought it matched really well. Let me turn it sideways so y'all can see more of it. Catherine, good morning. How are you? So, anyways, I thought this was just lovely, and it matches kind of the theme of everything else really well too. So I'll probably incorporate some pages into that as well, of that into this journal. Okay, so let's get this going. I printed this on kind of a heavy cardstock. This is not like copy weight paper. I love this piece of paper. I think it's all I have left. It's this holographic almost. Or no, it's not holographic, it's pearlized. It's got butterflies on it. It's pearlized on the back too. Well, I might have to throw that in there. We're definitely going to need some brightness. Because it's a little plain. All right, this definitely needs to be a page. So I hope everyone had an awesome weekend. Oh, I wore myself out this weekend working in the yard, but I think, hoping that was our last big push of landscaping and gardening. We spent, I don't know, like 14 hours on Sunday between doing that and doing other family stuff. It was a busy day. It was not like a normal Sunday around here. Only, I guess it is not normal for us during this season. Our daughter is just despising all this gardening that we're doing. And my husband told her, it's okay. It's just like 6 weeks out of the year that we push this hard. And then it's just maintenance and enjoyment. We're getting ready for her. Oh, good, Noreen. You had a relaxing weekend. I'm happy to hear that. We are getting ready for her birthday party and Easter this weekend. On Friday, we're taking her and her BFF to this place that she wants to go. They have like go-karts and mini golf, and it's like an amusement park, but a manageable one for, you know, she's 8, she's turning 9. So she doesn't like real big roller coasters or anything, but these are just the right size. And merry-go-rounds, Ferris wheels, water boats, just all kinds of different activities. So we're taking her there on Friday. And then on Saturday, we're having like the family across the street's organizing an Easter egg hunt for all the kids that live right here around us. And they're going to have like bouncy houses and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're looking forward to that. I've got to figure out what to make, what kind of food to take. I don't know what I'm going to make. I already took over confetti eggs. We love the confetti eggs that are just filled with paper confetti that you crack. Those are fun. Those are something my kids always enjoyed. So I took over like 4 dozen of those and dropped them off. And now I need to fill some with candy and things like that. And then it's Easter Sunday. So we're going to have 3 days of stuff going on, which means I might have more lives if I can't manage to record videos. Oh my gosh. Normally Saturday is my day to craft. And I didn't get to craft on Saturday. Saturday belonged to everyone else this weekend. Out of necessity and things, but and Sunday kind of did too. It just wasn't a weekend that I got to direct the narrative. The narrative was directed for me this weekend. I just had to go with the flow. So I was in my craft room for about 2 hours this weekend. I did a live. I tried to, but my internet kept cutting out. And then I worked on a bunch of Happy Mail. I'm in celebration of my 5,000 subscribers. I'm sending out Happy Mail to everyone on my list. I added all the new people. So for my friends who sent me an email after my last live, you are on the list. You're going to get included, of course. It's going to be a process. I've got, I think, the first 40 cards done. They're in an envelope, they're stamped, and they're mailed out. So, yay. And then I'll get the other 65 plus done. I'm going to have to go buy more postage. Noreen, you're on the list. Catherine, you're on the list. Hi, Lynn Hill. Hope you're doing well. Somebody was wondering how they get on my Happy Mail list. You just go to bittypenny.com. There's a contact page. It's its own tab on my website. And in that contact page, you leave me a message with your mailing address and just a note that you're fine with me sending you cards in the mail. And I'll do it. I am the only person who manages the website. I'm the only person who has access to your information. Oh, cool, Vicki. That's wonderful. Yeah, our church is doing a little play this year, and actually Carmen's BFF, who's going with us on Fridays, in the play. Oh no, Lynn, I'm so sorry. You have COVID. I'm so sorry. I hope it is I hope your body effectively just shuts it down and sends it on its way and that you bounce back quickly. I know it's definitely going around again. Well, I'm happy to be here with you, and I will pray for you. So I was going to tell y'all something. What was I going to tell y'all? I was going to tell you something. I don't remember what it was. It'll come back to me. That's how it comes. It just goes in circles, my brain. It's like the buffering symbol sometimes on your computer. My brain acts like that sometimes, but it'll come back around once that wheel stops spinning. Here, we'll fold this one to the outside. So do any of y'all do junk journals? Let's see how many pages we're getting up to here. I feel like we're getting there. Let's see. I'm reading y'all's comments. Does your church have any virtual options, Lynn? If not, I have a non-denominational church that is online on YouTube. It's called Pflugerville, but it's spelled with a P, so let me write it down for you. It's different. So it's non-denominational, but it's Christian. Here it is. You can find it on YouTube. Pflugerville Community Church. They have a live broadcast every Sunday, but then it's also available on replay. And they have it in English. They have an English session, and then they also have a Spanish service. So It's very good. It's very uplifting. You'll have there's worship music, and I love the pastor because he's very like scholarly and just wonderful. Like he's just wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful church. So if you need a virtual one, um, you could definitely check that one out. I know a lot of churches offer that now. Oh, good. You can see it online. Well, yeah. I don't know if y'all are anything like me, but I'm always looking for like new content. In fact, I'm on the search now. So if y'all have recommendations for me of faithful content, let me know. My YouTube suggestions can get kind of wonky sometimes, and I just feel like it's out of balance right now and it needs to have more faith stuff in it. So maybe if I start searching for the ones that y'all suggest, then that'll help the search engine figure out that I don't want a bunch of true crime and celebrity and I don't know, all the other stuff it seems to be suggesting for me. I've actually been thinking about you guys, kind of sharing. I don't know how often I would do it, but like incorporated with my videos, doing like some of my current favorites of things I'm like watching or reading, or just things that I find in life that make me happy. Because I just feel like if we get too much of the news cycle in our life and just life itself, it feels like there's so many pitfalls and there's so much potential darkness and sadness. And so I thought, well, it might be fun and people might enjoy if I just share some of the good things I find and some of the things that I enjoy that bring me joy. Because I know even like my YouTube feed seems depressing lately. It's like I don't really want to watch that YouTube. Can you suggest happier things, please? See, these are supposed to be like little matchbooks. I made one just so you could see what I was talking about when I said these were supposed to be matchbooks. This is a printable from Amity Bloom. Amity Bloom is a junk journaler. She has a very distinctive color palette, which you're looking at it right now, and style. She's young and inspirational, and I've always liked her, followed her for years. And my, has she grown. It's awesome. Yeah, so back to what I was talking about with the news cycle and such. I just feel like if we spent more time focusing on like good news and good that's going into the world, maybe that's what we would perpetuate. Instead, it seems like we're focused on all this true crime, and it seems like everyone, not everyone, but like movies and media is always focused on the negative and focused on the bad things that our people are doing. And I just feel like maybe we could turn the tide if we shared more good. So that's what I want to do, right? Be the change you want to see, share the good. And that's what I want to see. I don't need to know all the dark details of how people are taking other people's lives and everything. That's not what I want perpetuated in my life. So just saying that. All right. This is upside down and it doesn't bother me at all. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make this a belly band for my page, and then that way I can tuck pages behind it. But it, especially because I can't read French, which is what I believe this is, it doesn't bother me that it's upside down. And again, it's a junk journal. Okay. So one of the things that I found on YouTube is, oh, you know what? Before I glue that down, I want to stamp this page. I forgot to pull out any stamps before I started. It's okay. I just grabbed these super fast. One of the things I've been watching is this Japanese woman who just shows you, it's like her husbando boxes. Like, so the lunch boxes that she makes for her husband each day, and she does like a week at a time in a video. Oh my goodness, it's so inspirational, one, for just the kind of food that she makes, just seemingly so effortlessly. She just makes the most interesting food. It's very inspiring. So even if I'm not cooking the food that she's cooking, her devotion to making delicious looking and interesting food makes me want to get in my kitchen and make food, even though it'll end up being spaghetti. Nowhere near what she's making, but it's still, I just enjoy it. And she just has such a bright spirit about her. It's fun. So that's one thing I've been enjoying. Let's do that. So I just put glue at the top and the bottom. But since it's plain white, I had to add something. Oh, looks like it's going to get some burlap on the back too. So, oh, I can't remember the name of her channel right now. I'll put it in, like, when I do some of my favorite things that I'm watching or taking in at the moment, I'll include her. You might find her if you typed in husbando boxes. Okay, let me wipe off my glass mat. I love my glass mat. I mean, I have to have it, or I have to have at least, you know, glass to work on to clean it up so easily. But when you're stamping off the edges, it is nice to have paper so you don't make a mess on the back like I did. I really want flowers, so let me grab a flower stamp. Let's see. Not that one. All right, I grabbed these three options. This one's great because it's pretty solid. So it's this one. This is aligned, but that's okay too. This one also has some sweet. I really like the sentiments in this one. I admire your strength, sending hugs to my best friend. Your friendship means everything to me. Happy birthday to a dear friend. So happy we're best buds. Proud to call you my friend. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to bloom. I love that. Okay. So, yes, let's use some of these. I want to try to incorporate as many flowers as possible. Ooh, this is a pretty stamp. I love this stamp set. This one is an older, I mean, all of them are older, but it's called Frosted Garden. Always liked this one. I've been doing really great on my low buy. I think I made one purchase this month until this morning. Oh my gosh, I purchased some stuff this morning from Kindred Stamps. I never bought anything from them before. Typically, although I admire their products, it's just not usually my style. But they have an Encanto. Is it Encanto? Encanto inspired set right now that I just can't. It's just too cute. I just love it. So I picked it up. All right. Now we got some diversity there. See, so white pages aren't a bad thing. A confession time. Yeah, totally, Lynn. Totally. Oh my goodness. No, you know, if I'm going to promote that you guys do something or say that I'm doing something, I got to be real about it, right? At least that's how I feel. I want to be real about it. I know how hard it can be when you get caught in a purchasing and consumeristic headspace to break out of it. I've been there. I've been there for years, and I'm trying to break free. And it is working. I mean, it's amazing. The progress that I've seen in myself has been really remarkable. Okay. And I did tell myself, like, okay, that's it. You're done for April. No more. So, and that's fine. I can do that. It's one of those things, too, like, you know, with some stamp companies, like, there's a Lawn Fawn set of strawberry dies that I've been wanting, but it's like, I know it'll be there for a while, so I can wait. But this one I knew was more of a limited edition thing, and it wouldn't be there, and nobody else is going to have it, and so that obviously swayed me. Okay, let's add some more accents to these pages. We could do one more. Oh, now I remembered I was going to tell you guys. See, I told you. It's just a little buffering thing. And sometimes my buffering brain moves real quick and figures out what it wants to say. And sometimes it moves real slow. But we're there now. So my friend that I'm making this for is my neighbor. And she's super sweet. I really like her a lot. She's from Slovakia. And we were hanging out in the yard talking the other day, and I asked her, because they're coming to the Easter get together as well, and I asked her, what is a Slovakian, you know, well, first, what religion do y'all practice the most in Slovakia, and then what do you have an Easter tradition? Turns out they have one of the wildest traditions that I've ever heard of. So they're like 90% Catholic, I believe, as a nation. And they have a tradition where the men dress up and go to like family or friends, close friends' houses, and they visit, and the women have to greet the men with drinks and cookies and treats, and the men proceed to dump buckets of ice cold water on them and whip them with this, not like hard, but like some of them evidently use like a whip also. And then the women are supposed to like thank the men and the ideas that, oh, hey, T. That the idea of it is that it'll keep them beautiful all year long. Oh my gosh. She was like, I do not miss that at all. Like, she's like, they start young, they start dumping, and then they just dump this ice cold bucket of water on you. She said sometimes people would, have you go get in a cold river or something. Like, pretty extreme Easter tradition, if you ask me. So then I came home and I was like, I've got YouTube. Hello, I've got to see what she's talking about. So I went on YouTube and I searched like Slovakia Easter tradition, and sure enough, that's what they do. I was amazed. It's always so fun, finding out for me about other cultures and the way people celebrate things, because she was like, the egg hunt, it's so weird, we don't do that. I kind of don't know what to do. And her husband, funny enough, is Jamaican and from a similar area as my husband. And we didn't know each other obviously before living on the same block and so close to one another, but our street has 4 Jamaican families on it. Oh, your family's from Yugoslavia? Awesome. Do y'all have interesting Easter traditions, T? By the way, T, I really missed, last Friday, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to be able to catch T's live. And I know you had a migraine. I'm so sorry. I'm a migraine sufferer too, and it just stops me in my tracks sometimes, whether I want it to or not. Let's see, I grabbed another background stamp, this one. So you guys, if you like this kind of content, I already said it earlier before T showed up, but I'll say it again in case new people are here that weren't here before. But T does Junk Journal Fridays live like this, and she's spectacularly gifted. So if you're ever looking for more content like this, because I'm so hit and miss, you might check T out on a Friday. T, what time do you do it? I was just keeping an eye out for you. What time do you do your Junk Journal lives on Friday? 10 Central. Okay, cool. Note to self and to everyone here. T also makes cards, and T, you're going to be on Stamp Wars this Saturday, it looks like. I hope I can catch it. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of birthday shenanigans for my daughter, but I hope to catch it. Okay, so now, if not, I'm often on the replay team. I catch things afterwards. By the way, T, I'm using some of your stuff today too, from your printables. You might recognize some of your papers, some of your ephemera and different things. I made a journal for myself using your stuff, and I made it back in February, and I think I still have video footage. It got kind of lost in the shuffle, and I need to go back and see, because then I could always post that video for you guys. Okay. All right, I want to incorporate a little bit of this really pretty, it's called English Garden, this paper pad. I want to bring in a little bit of that too. I want just a little more color injected into this. It has some fun cut aparts too. These are always great for junk journaling. Oh, not that one. Color, I need color. That one, the back side is too dark. I mean, yeah, it could easily put paper over it. Okay, fine, I'll do it just so I can show y'all. It's not really too dark. Can make it work. Let's see. Oh, there's some green and red. Okay. I don't think I need too much. I think 3 pages will be enough. I'm not going to make it a huge journal. Okay. I don't know what size of paper I'm working with, you guys, because I've just been tearing it down. So I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to keep doing this. Oh my gosh, me too, Lynn. DCWV is a design team I'd like to be on. Just because I love paper so much and I love their paper so much. They do double-sided and I just love it. When they come out, like they came out at the first of the year, I think, with this collection. And you know, obviously I've got to pick 1 or 2. Can't have them all, but I wanted them all. This time I was just like, oh my gosh. I love all of the paper pads. I have a real joy that comes to heart when I deal with paper. It's no surprise to me that I'm a card maker and that I like paper crafting, because school supplies were always like shopping for school supplies, and getting school supplies was always one of my favorite things as a child about school. In fact, I've had the same Crocs for like 3 years now, and I just use them in the garden. But I got a new pair of Crocs, and I ordered the Lisa Frank charms because it had the dolphin. If they would have come out, because Lisa Frank made Crocs, and if they would have come out with like her dolphin ones or something like that, I would have bought the Crocs. But I didn't really, they were just hearts, and I was like, not so much. But I liked her charms because it had one of the dolphins on it, and it just, I think it had a tiger or a cat of some sort. Like, oh my gosh, I used to love Lisa Frank. Okay. So I'll add that in. Oh, you do, Vicki? Those are great too. You know, if you want to make journals, obviously with single-sided, you totally can. You can use your stamps. You could do ink blending, but you can totally make that white paper, you know, interesting, and then have the pattern on the other side. Okay. I'm trying to decide. I was about to deviate, but I think this is the one with the dark side. It is. So I do want to show you what I do with really dark paper. Well, there's a lot of things you can do with it. Okay, first of all, and I don't know that I'll do them today, but the first thing, we might try it. My room feels hot enough it could dry, but one of the things I might do is do gesso. Use a white gesso. Make sure it's white and not like clear, or otherwise it won't work. But I can use gesso and create a whiting, you know, writing space. I'll take copy paper and, you know, layer paper on it. Doesn't have to be copy paper. It could be another kind. Hey, make it with me. Hey there. It's Debbie, right? I think it is. I think it's Debbie. Oh, me too, Noreen. Me too. Okay, let's flip this. Let's turn it this way. Okay. All right. Let's put our book together, shall we? I don't have a cover yet, so let me show y'all mine. It won't be a problem because I'll make a quick cover. Yes. Okay, here it is. Here is mine. Now, I just did my Franken paper kind of approach to my cover, and I used, it's completely hidden now, but as a base, I used an envelope, like a mailing envelope, a vanilla or manila one, not vanilla, manila. And that's a tuck spot. I love that. That's from an old cookbook, but she's fabulous. Anyways, so that's how I made this one. Maybe we'll do a similar thing because we all know Franken paper is my thing. And, oh good, it is Debbie. Hey. For some reason, I can remember your last, I'm pretty sure it's Smith. For some reason, that sticks with me. All right. I've already got some Franken paper made, you guys, so this will just be our cover. Okay, y'all pick. We can do this one. Now, this is for a flower journal. Maybe this is better. Even though I'm telling you to pick, I think maybe this one is better because it's got flowers and stuff. And a crab. It's Franken paper. And this one. Let's see, do I have any others made right now? I don't think I do. I need to get busy, and I've been using up this paper. I think that's my only choices. I think that one's too bright, so it's between these two. So you can tell me wolf or crab. I'm thinking crab. I'm thinking this might be the one. Crab. Yeah, I'm thinking crab too. And, you know, I don't have to be like thrown off by the fact that there's a crab on this, because I can always cover that with a flower. I mean, that's the power of Franken paper, right? Like, you can patchwork all your scraps, and then now if I want to, I can go back and patch on flowers because I'm making a flowerish journal. Sugar cane. Oh, this is perfect. Her hubby's from Jamaica. Jamaica's all about sugar cane, so this is actually perfect. Okay, so this is going to be our cover. Let me just do some country girl measuring here and lay this down. Oh yeah, that crab's out of there. He's out of there. All right, grabbing a paper trimmer. Get this to where y'all can see what I'm doing. Oh, I have to go to work, you guys. I want to play. I haven't gotten to play. All right, not as much as I'd like, but we got to be grateful for what we get, right? So I want it just bigger than my paper. I think that'll work. All right. Let me figure out how big this is folded. Basically 5.5. So I think I can cut a little off this. I can always trim off more, but I can't add it back, right? So I'm gonna cut it down to 11.5. You always want it, I probably should have just left that on there. You always want the length or the width of your paper when you're making a journal cover longer, because once you start filling this thing up with paper, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need more space for everything. Why are those pages so much bigger? I thought we were friends. I thought I had measured those. Huh. Okay, whatever. That's an easy fix. It's not like they're dramatically shorter. I could fix that real quick. Well, I'm glad my internet decided to work today. That's a gift. See, you guys, if you just start tearing stuff, look how easy it is to fix measurements. It's beautiful. Okay. All right, I think this is gonna work. Let's put our pages together. This is a lovely front page, maybe. Okay, And that doesn't bother me. We can stamp on that. We can do whatever. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? I know we have some decorate. I usually separate my pages. This will be nice. We'll put this here. I think I need more variety. Might have to grab some pages real quick. Remember I was just grabbing from leftovers when I grabbed these pages. So that's why there's so many of these types. Okay, we need more variety. Let me grab, here's a page. Again, too tall. I don't know. But we're gonna fix it. If you ever feel stuck in card making, try making a journal. Especially like with all this tearing and free form of it all. Ooh, that one really needs some love and decoration. It might be a very freeing process for you. I definitely recommend it. How many pages do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we need a couple more. Let me get some tea dye paper real quick. That'll be a good addition. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna grab some tea dye paper, I think. I'm also grabbing some lace. This is something fun that I was sent. You can add that in there. I'm also looking through my scraps real quick. Let's see. Goodness, you guys, I'm gonna have to go through all of my scraps. It's about time for me to process scraps again, which just means I take a big box, my big box of scraps out. I have a bunch of jelly prints. We could add some jelly prints in. Yeah, I take my box and I just start dealing with it. You know what I mean? I just deal with them. So it's about time for me to start that again. Here's some green. That's real pretty and iridescent. Let's see. Ooh, this is pretty. I like that one. Just check on the back. All right. And then I think my tea dye paper is kind of trapped right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it easily. Let's see. Isn't it fun just sitting there waiting for me to get things together? Sorry, guys. All right, we're going to go with this. Again, the beauty of a junk journal. Okay, I really like this one. What do you do with a junk journal? So I do all kinds of things. I have one for like memory keeping, where I'll write down things about for our family. Like I'll journal about things we do, things the kids say. stuff like that. And then I have one that I keep all my ideas for YouTube and my channel. Hey Brian, welcome. How you doing? Um, so yeah, I use a junk journal for um, my ideas. I have one that's kind of like, so I'm not really a planner girl, but I have one where, ooh, this goes nicely with the cover too. It's like a bullet journal, and that's where I keep like the things that I need to do. So, and then I have one that's just for my own kind of personal journaling. So I have one for the family and one for myself, and I keep one as a to-do list, bullet journal. Like, oh my goodness, Debbie, Deb, I have so many. I have 3 in active use right now. What I'm trying to do is I need to make one for our garden because it's so sweet. So how my husband got the name Dr. Shrub is that I used to be the serious gardener of the family, and he was remarking, why do you always sit in the front yard? Why don't you sit in the backyard? It's bigger. We have a gorgeous view back there, and you know, it's private. And I was like, well, it's mostly private, except for the gorgeous view. Our back fence is actually wrought iron so that we can see the view. And I was like, well, I sit up here because this is where all the flowers are blooming. And so he was like, okay, fine. I'll build you a secret garden, which was always one of my favorite books and plays and things. And so he has been steady building me a secret garden. And that's where he got that's when I affectionately named him Dr. Shrub. It's because he's been building me this secret garden. So that's how that came about. And it's happening. So I want a journal to record all of our plants because we probably have 200 plants in our yard now, no joke. And they keep, some die and new ones replace them. And, it's seasonal. We have some that are annuals, some that are perennials, some that are evergreen. And so I want to record them. I want a journal. I want to make a junk journal that records them. And what I'm thinking about doing is really kind of building like a massive one. Like, building one that's like the size of a scrapbook. But I want to make it so that when you open the journal, it's 2 different pieces. And one will be the front yard and one will be the backyard is my thought. You guys know I'll share it with you. But that's kind of what I want to do. So, you can use a junk journal for anything. For anything. Okay, let me catch up with y'all. That's true too. I mean, really just once you start, like I have a collection, so I love supporting others, you guys, and like buying journals from others that others have made because they're going to come up with things that I never even thought of coming up with, and they're going to have their own artistic style. They really are a work of art, and so I love just collecting them. And for a lot of the ones that I collect, I have probably 7 on my shelf that were made by other people that I have never written in yet. And I won't even be upset if I don't, because I just like to look through them. I just like to see other people's work and what they've come up with and see their creativity in such a tangible way. I love junk journals like this that are completely random. I don't even know, the only theme I have going on are flowers, but it's obviously not all flowers. And um, but then I also love journals where people are like creating a story. You know, I love it all, just like in card making. Love it all. There's a place for all of it. This page was too short to be a double page spread, so I used my amazing cherry tape and left that piece to adhere it back here, so now it'll be fine. It will be fine. There we go. This page, so pretty. Really like this one. Okay, now let me keep going. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Oh, you have a pacemaker? My mother-in-law does too. You might have to get the battery. It's like a 10-year replacement on batteries, I think, typically. I hope that goes well. There's so many considerations you have to make, aren't there? I'll be thinking of you. You can, Lynn. You can do anything. You know what I do a lot of? I do a lot of making my own, like gluing pages together. Like you just saw how I made that one page fit in there. I don't like my pages sideways. I don't, what I mean by that, I don't like taking a page out of a book and turning it. I don't, for some reason, my brain just gets real aggravated when my words are sideways like this in my books. So even if I take two short pages, okay, what I'll do so that I can keep my writing upright is I glue them together. Okay, so I might take these two straight edges and glue these together because this is the rough edge which matches my journal. What time is it? Okay, guys, I got to cut myself off by 8. I have to go to work. All right, but this is what I'll do. If I have smaller pages, but I want them to go in my journal, you know, then just glue them together like this. I'm gonna let the glue dry, but then we'll be able to put them in the journal and the pages will be upright. I just have to have it like that. I think most people don't. That's just a bitty penny consideration for myself, knowing myself that I don't like them like this. So I always just hinge them together with glue, and then I can fold them, you see, and then now I can tuck that into my book, and that makes me feel better about life. So to each their own, but that's how I address that issue. Oh. Hey, Sala. Welcome. Yeah, you could totally use it for a Bible journal. Absolutely. I have one. For sure. For sure you can do that. You can use it for absolutely anything. Anything your heart desires. Oh, I think I'm going to fold this page. This is going to be my center page. So you'll always have like a center page. Well, if you hinge it, I'm going to stitch this, I'm going to sew this one together. And so in this case, the way I'm making mine today, you'll always have a center page where that one page will be the double page spread. And so I'm choosing this jelly print because I really like it. And I went ahead and put a jelly print on the front. So now let's flip through this book and see what it feels like. See if we got some more variety. Glad I found this when I was looking for my tea dye paper. This was sent to me in Happy Mail. And it's cool because she put like a varnish over it. So it's like real slick, but it doesn't seem to stick. I might end up covering this page, to be honest. There's some like glue, which is fine, on it. And so we'll do that together real quick. Okay, let me just move with some quickness here. All right, so the other thing I like to do is flip through and just see what it feels like, obviously, before I sew it all together. So now I know I want to cover that. I like the green here and then the following green from the jelly print. I think she'll be able to write on that. Oh, we need to cover this page with something. So, okay, look. For the dark pages, I said there's a lot of things you could do. One thing is I could just give it to her like this and she could put a photo. You know, you could print out a 4x6 or probably a 5x7. And 5x7 would be cutting it close, but it would fit, especially if she trimmed it down just a little bit. So she could put a 4x6 or a 5x7 picture there to cover up the darkness. You could lay other paper down, like we could do some layers of paper here and give her writing space. We could put an image on here ourselves, and maybe a quote and decorate it. So if you're going through, you have a lot of paper and you're just wanting to make a junk journal, don't let the dark paper throw you off, just like don't let the white paper throw you off. You've got supplies, you can use them, you can use your creativity, you can use white gesso and cover over it and paint it or write on the white gesso. You've got so many options. Okay, I'm liking the feel of this. I'm liking the colors. I think we're good. This page needs work. But it flows nicely. Uh-oh, that one's upside down. Let's turn that around. See, this is why you do this process. Okay. Find upside down pages. That one's upside down too. All right. Now I think it'll be fine, but I kind of still want to go back through like this looks good. Let me find that page on the other side. Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool. I think we have a junk journal, you guys. Now, if you're going to add things like lace, now would be the time to do it. That's right, Vicki. A good place for a pocket. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this lace. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. Let's add some. Okay. Now I'm going to stitch my lace in, but you could, these numbers are upside down. My brain also does not like that. So I'm going to put some lace there. Veronica's brain, who I'm giving this to, might not mind, but my brain does. So I'm going to cover that with lace. So I'm going to put some lace there. And I can have it as far in or as far out as I want. You could glue it down. I'm going to stitch mine in. So it's easier to take this out, go to the sewing machine, and run a quick stitch through it like this than it is once it's all sewn together. So let me go do that real quick. My sewing machine is like, holy cow, woman, do you know it's a Tuesday? I don't work on Tuesdays. Yes, I know it's a Tuesday. Okay, See, now we got some lace. We're gonna need some more lace. Well, let's put some lace on the dark page. Why not? Okay, be right back. Okay. Are y'all still with me? All right. Now we got some more lace. Let's put even more lace in here. Those are kind of close together, but it'll be all right. Because by the time she starts journaling and adding pictures in and stuff, all journals do is just get thicker. All right, let's put some lace here on this one. Sorry guys, wish I had a sewing machine I could put on my table, but there's not enough room for that. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And then we just need one more. It is a Singer Heavy Duty. It's pretty awesome. T, I love that we're so much alike. We have so many of the same things. Okay. It's like you can answer that question because you already know what kind of sewing machine I have. Let's see. Those, I don't want those too close again. Let's put one on this page. Oh, it already has one. Okay. I thought this one had one. I guess not. So we'll put it on this one. Alrighty then. Last one, you guys. And then, what time is it? Oh gosh. Can I put a journal together in 3 minutes? Let's see. Let's see. All right. Wham, bam. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I always have, okay, y'all know I have 4.3 million things on my desk, which means I always have my junk journaling things. Yay! I don't have to dig them out of a different location. I just kind of lucked out because y'all could tell I wasn't paying very close attention, but they kind of line up. Looky there. All right, these are obviously going to extend past my cover. Let's see if I can train my cover because my covers had Franken-paper. It's made out of Franken-paper. It's wanting to fold a little funny. That's okay, we'll make it work. Okay. We're gonna have to do something to the cover. Let's put some of this in there. But I don't know, this might clash with our first page. What's the other side look like? Nope, don't like it. Okay. So it's kind of a bright yellow, isn't it? Let's see. I might just have to trade out my first page. Let me try that. Let's keep this sheet of paper. Let's do a little rearranging. All right, this would definitely go. That would be okay. Quick flip. Yeah, that'll work. Let's look at the back real quick. Uh-huh. Yes. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Now, we can make this our inside to our cover. Okay, so it's not happening in 3 minutes. And anyone who started this live with me and I said, we're gonna just do like 30 minutes, they're probably like, liar. I saw your thumbnail, it said an hour and 15 minutes. But look, basically, oh, and lawn service is here. Perfect. Basically, look, you can do a lot in an hour and 15 minutes when it comes to making a journal. That's the takeaway, my friends. And I like to hang out with you. That's the other takeaway. All right, let's get this adhered. Yes, it's just a bunch of scraps. Franken paper is just collaging all of your scraps. I do it onto 12 by 12 because I have more options that way. Like here, I'm using it for a journal cover. But if you have 6 by 6 paper pad that you'll know you'll never use because it just doesn't apply anymore. So like real quick. This one for example is the one I'm covering. I bought it like a decade or more ago at Hobby Lobby, and I know I'm never going to use this paper. Okay, it just doesn't apply to my life anymore. So I've taken the whole paper pad and I have adopted it for Franken paper. So I just make these in advance. And anytime I get pieces like in my paper pads that I don't think I'll use, then I add them in here. Like maybe the big, you know, Michael's 12 by 12 hot buy pads. If there's pages in there you just know you won't use for card making, set them aside, use your scraps, and make Franken paper. I've made bukus of cards. They're some of my very favorite. I get Franken paper cards in the mail, Happy Mail, from you guys all the time. They make me cry because some of y'all are adopting it as well. Last time it did because I got like 15 cards and they were all Franken paper. People trying Franken paper for the first time. And I teared up. I cried. I'm a baby. I'm sentimental. And it just delights my heart, you know, to be here. I'm just sharing my journey with you guys. I'm sharing what I enjoy. You know, I don't think about the statistics of who might watch my video and how many more views I can get if I post this kind of video instead of that kind of video. That's not the kind of YouTuber I am. I'm a person who has a craft room full of stuff, and I want to share my journey with other crafty people who can appreciate what I'm doing and don't just think I'm a crazy lady with too much paper. So yeah, Franken paper is not something I made up either. It's something that's in the journal community at large. And I don't know its originator, but you're basically collaging scraps. Okay, so let's do this. I am going to put a little bit of wet glue on top of all that cherry tape because cherry tape's not messing around. It's from a cherry on top. And it is just not messing around. That stuff sticks for life. All right, which is why I like it. Let's line this up. I maybe cut that a little short. That's all right. You can always fix that. I like how forgiving junk journaling is. A masterboard. Oh, Debbie, I hope it goes well. There won't be much more. I should be gone myself. Yeah, Lynn Franken is in Frankenstein. Yeah, totally. It kind of just makes me think of, like, honestly, I think of my grandmother. She was a lace maker and quilt maker. She got into jewelry making. I mean, it's in my blood, people. My mom crochets. Anyways, I think of her quilts, and some of my favorite quilts and lace that she made was with her scraps. You know what I mean? It was with her just putting a little bit of this and a little bit of that together. Also, the favorite dish that she used to make was goulash. I don't know if that's slang or anything, and I don't mean to offend. That's just what she called it, and I've never known any better. So please don't take any offense, but if it is offensive, but she used to call it goulash, and it was like my favorite. I was always hoping she had a pot of goulash on when I came over. She had 11 children and so many great grandchildren, great great grandchildren, grandchildren. She had a full legacy. All right, let's put this baby together and I'm going to let y'all go. All right, so now I'm just going to clip it. I like to buy at HEB. Now, I know HEB is only in South Texas. That's our grocery store. It's the best. But anyways, I buy these at HEB. You could probably get them anywhere else. I just don't know. But they're like clips. I like them because they're soft. They don't mess up my paper. But there's also these kinds of things. There's these from the Dollar Tree, which seem fine. They have that kind of buffer. So I'm trying to show you, you can use anything. You don't have to book a flight to HEB. All right. Now I really like to make sure I've got that down there as tight into that spine as I can get it. It'll just make for a cleaner stitch and a cleaner fold and everything if we can get that really down in there. Yep, I think we're good. All right, and some fat needles and some twine. You don't have to have, this is a wax twine, and I honestly, it's for book binding. I can't tell you if I like it or not. All right, 2 lengths of your journal is about all you need. Some people do 3, but I think 2 gets the job done. I, obviously have a little extra because I can't help myself. All right, and then just gonna poke some holes now. And I don't worry about measuring. I just eyeball some holes for my paper, my binding, at least an inch away from the bottom, the edges, the top and bottom edge of your book. Okay. I think I want to put, I wonder if I can put some, I don't think I can get it to stick. I'll do something else. I want to do something on the edge because my paper's cracking here. See that? That's not cool. So I'll fix that in the after. The post show, the after show where my camera's not on. I'll fix that. Which means I'm going to put my laces on the inside because I'm going to come back and cover this spine with something else. So if I want my laces on the inside, then I start on the inside out. If you want your laces on the outside, what I mean by that is like where you're going to tie it and bind it. If you want them on the outside, start on the outside. If you want them on the inside, start them on the inside. That's the easiest way I can tell you to remember it. Okay, let's tighten this up already. Okay. See, it's cracked, so I can't tell where my hole is. There it is. You want to use those clips because if your paper shifts too much in this process, it can get real annoying. Your holes, you know, you'll constantly be searching for those holes again, and it just can get real annoying. So make sure you have it clipped nice and tight. All right, now we'll go back in through here. Again, I'm pulling on everything. I don't want to tear my paper. You can tear your paper if you pull too hard. I don't want to do that, but I want it to be nice and tight. Okay, now on the inside, I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to send this through. It doesn't matter which one, but you want these on opposite sides of your center string. See that? I want y'all to see that. I'm going to bring it up close. See, you want it on one on each side of your center string, okay? I'm going to pull again, making sure everything's tight. Last time. Get it together. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot. Okay, tie it in another knot. Now I'm going to go the opposite direction, which really makes my brain do interesting things. Okay, when I try to think of tying a knot in the opposite direction. Now I'm going to take this. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry. I'm going to go through here like so. I'm going to go through here like so. And now I'm going to snip it. And that'll keep my string from flopping around if I don't want it to. If you like floppy string, let it flop. Blessings to you, Lynn. Sweet dreams. Glad I could put you to sleep. I mean that in the best possible way. I watch YouTube to fall asleep too. Don't worry. Okay. We made a journal. That's it. Barb, hi. You're working on your first journal from a cheese box. I love it. That is perfect. You know how many journals I've made from pasta boxes and cereal boxes and pizza boxes? Hey, G. Welcome. You're fine. You're not late. These aren't planned. Nobody can be late. I can't even be late. I mean, I'm going to be late to work, but we won't talk about that. All right. So, hey, Elvan. Welcome. Yeah, there you go. You can collage over that too. It's nice too because it makes your paper sturdy. Like I just made a very sturdy cover. You know, just kept it plain on the inside for now. There's definitely a lot of decorating that has to happen. Well, it doesn't have to happen, but it will happen. I'm going to cover that page again. We already talked about that. You know, I'll bring in my scraps or something. I'll do something. I'll cover this page. I might, whatever. I'll cover it. But let's just flip through it real quick. We made this together. Congratulations, you did it. We made this. I know, right, Barb? Oh, man. I do too. So here it is. This is what we made. It's so much fun. Jelly prints, teas printable. I just used a piece of it. She has, if you need a printable for a junk journal and you like the specimen look, when I say specimen, like the specimen cards, totally, you should check out Tees. T, can you put a link if you're still here? I think you are. But yeah, I can just come in now and add pieces. Like I might, you know, I could just, whatever. I'm worried about that kitty. I'm going to cover up that cat. All right. But we're just doing a flip through. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Longest 30 minutes of your life. Oh my goodness. This page has to be dealt with. But it's so fun. I need to add a lot more flowers. But I can do that. Thanks, Noreen. Enjoy the rest of your day. I have a card video for y'all on Friday where I'm going to use one stamp set with 3 different card styles. And then I have something else this week. I can't tell you because I haven't scheduled it yet, but there's some stuff in there I can choose from. But we made a journal and it's been a while. It's been too long. I really enjoy this. I don't know why I don't do it more often. T, thanks for inspiring me. I can't wait to see you on Friday. See what you're working on. JoJo's Papers. There you go, guys. JoJo's Papers on Etsy. You can get the specimen collection from T. It's wonderful. Here's the other journal I had made. So they're like sisters. This one doesn't have any lace though. It has a lot less. It just has more of this paper, but I know I love this paper. And it's just got scraps. I really just threw all my scraps at it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love hanging out with you and seeing you on a Tuesday. My pleasure, Jer. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, we just made a journal, so that's fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It'll be back to card making. You never know what you'll see over here, but hopefully it'll always be fun and inspirational in some way. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna go to work now. Bye.